Hello children, you have studied the Lewis dot structure of the atoms where they combine together or share their electron together. They combine together either sharing the electron or by transfer of electrons. But in the light of quantum mechanism, the structure of an atoms, the Lewis concept doesn't provide a logical view of a chemical bonding. According to the quantum theory, instead of electrons, the orbital in which the electrons are present, means the orbital in which the unpaired electrons are present, take part in the bond formation. Why the bond form? Atoms form the bond to get the stability. So to know this, first I am going to explain you the potential energy diagram. Potential energy diagram, this is the diagram in which along the x-axis the distance between the two atoms, and along the y-axis we have taken the potential energy of the atoms which are going to form the bond. As when the atoms form the bond, three forces act on them. First is the nuclear repulsive force. Second is the electron repulsive force. And third is the nucleus and electron attractive force. So these forces come into the action during the formation of bonds. When the atoms are at far distance, they feel the attractive force among them. As when they are coming close together, continuously the atoms which are going to combine together, they are losing their potential energy. Means during the formation of bond, when the bond formed, the potential energy of the molecule at that time is minimum. The individual atoms has the potential energy, but during the formation of bond, it was found that potential energy of the combining atoms which form the bond, means in the molecule form, the potential energy of the atoms, the potential energy of the molecule is less than their combining atoms. As when they are at far distance, they have the enough potential energy. As the atoms are coming close together, continuously potential energy decreases. At a minimum, at a certain distance, these atoms get the minimum potential energy, and this is the stage where they form the bond. And this is the internuclear distance among the atoms at that time when they combine together to form the molecule, or that we call the nuclear distance between the atoms. And again, when the atoms start to come more closer, the repulsive force increases, and because of increase in repulsive force, potential energy of the molecule increases, and this is showing the positive value. First, continuously it is same, and then it is when attraction takes place, it decreases and become minimum, and again when they are at enough attractive force occurs among them, then again if the atoms come close together, then repulsive force increases and potential energy also increases. So atoms form the bond to get the minimum energy, means minimum potential energy. atoms form the bond to get the stability. When they get the stability, when they have the potential, minimum potential energy among them. These molecules form when the atoms have the minimum potential energy, then they combine together to form the bond. Now this classical view of Lewis and other that electron pairing takes place during the formation of bond, covalent bond, leads to the development of an important theory known as valence bond theory, and this valence bond theory was proposed by Hitler and London. But later, after the quantum mechanics discovery of in the view of quantum mechanics, this theory or valence bond theory extended by two scientists or modified by two scientists known as Pauling and Slater. According to the Pauling-Slater postulates, some main postulates are: first is covalent bond is formed if the atomic orbital of combining atoms possesses unpaired electrons of opposite spin, like this. If one orbital is like this, other orbital contain the bond in opposite spin. Now, second is the strength of the covalent bond depends upon the overlapping of the atomic orbital. Means how much they overlap, this decide the strength of the bond decided by the overlapping of the atomic orbital. This is the overlapping. Next is the atomic orbital of only unpaired electrons take part in overlapping. Means bonding electrons are present in which orbital? Only those orbitals which contain the unpaired electron or which take part in the bonding are overlaps together. If an atom contains unpaired electrons more than one, then they form the multiple bonds. Means if an atom possesses more than one atomic orbital which contain unpaired electron, then they form the multiple bonds. Combining atoms retain their identity in the form molecules. And the covalent bonds are directional in nature. That's why bonds lie in the direction of maximum overlapping. As overlapping takes place in two manners, one is axial overlapping, other is sidewise overlapping. If these are the two p orbitals, if they are coming together along the x-axis and the overlapping takes place, then this is known as axial overlapping, because the overlapping takes place in the direction of their axis, and the bond form is stronger bond. If the overlapping takes place like this, two orbitals are coming close together and they overlap, then the bond form is known as sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping. In this case, the pi bonds are formed. Pi bonds are weaker than the sigma bonds. Now what are the sigma and pi bond? I am going to teach you and how they form. Now children, these are the two s orbital. S orbital are spherical in shape, and that's why it is non-directional in nature. When they are coming close together and form the bond, then this type of bond is formed where axial overlapping takes place and two unpaired electrons become paired. When the s orbital, which is spherical in shape, and one of the p orbital is coming along their axis, then the bond is formed. sp molecular orbital is formed like this. When two p orbitals are coming close together along their axis, and their axis of joining are the same as the axis of the orbitals, as this is the axis of joining and it is same as the axis of orbitals, then the then the end-to-end overlapping or axial overlapping takes place and sigma bonds are formed. But when the orbitals having the as these orbitals which are along the y-axis, when they are coming close together along the x-axis, as here these are the x-axis, these are the y-axis. Along the y-axis orbitals are present, but they are coming close together along the x-axis, and they form and they overlap to each other, and because of this the pi bonds are formed. Pi bonds are weaker than the sigma bond because the extent of overlapping is less here. In case of the overlapping, after the overlapping, the molecular orbitals are formed, which is known as pi molecular orbitals. So pi molecular orbitals, when formed, there are two lobes of pi molecular orbitals formed, which means molecular orbitals consist of two charged clouds, one above the another, and there is a pi molecular orbitals contain a nodal plane which contain the internuclear axis and divide the orbital into the two halves. This is the internuclear axis, and nodal plane is also present. Whereas sigma orbital, molecular orbital, doesn't contain a nodal plane, and which contains the internuclear axis. Now so this is all for the valence bond theory and how the sigma and pi bonds are formed. Thank you. Have a nice day.